Has anyone tried CloudCart's AI-powered popcorn? No, for real. Our CTO is obsessed with innovation in AI, and he's encouraged us to power every part of our work with AI. So our development team has got a little bit carried away, and they made an AI-powered popcorn machine. Go to our stand later and give it a try. I often think about this scene from the 2001 film, Artificial Intelligence, where the little robot boy, David, is having a conversation with an all-knowing AI program named Dr. No. And he's asking him about how he can find the blue fairy, who he believes can turn him into a real boy. The idea of one day being able to have instant answers to any question in the universe really excited me and stuck with me. And I've been looking forward to that day ever since. Well, I didn't think that it would come so soon, but here we are. And here's present-day David. And he's chatting to ChatGPT rather than Dr. No. But he's lost his sense of curiosity to ask things like about the blue fairy. And instead, he's probably getting help finding gift ideas for his mother or planning his next vacation trip. Like present-day David, many of us, as we grow up, lose our sense of curiosity to explore the unknown. We shy away from exploring the true potential of our inventions. And while it's amazing that we have technology that helps us buy gifts for our mothers or plan our next vacation, AI can do so much more. We need to become curious again. We need to explore how the world of AI is changing and how it's changing our world. And for leaders, we need to inspire a pro-AI culture in our businesses. Hire employees who are already curious about AI and foster an attitude of collaboration. How to work with AI in place of the fear of being replaced by it. So AI is impacting our personal lives. It's also impacting your business already, whether you're using it or not. Companies who utilize AI will see its benefits, while those who don't, well, they'll slowly be left behind in a changing environment. Companies who are adopting AI effectively are seeing significant increases in customer experience and customer satisfaction. And internally, major increases in productivity as we alleviate mundane and repetitive tasks from our workforce. And high employee satisfaction when people can do the kinds of work that humans actually do best. So what does effective adoption look like? Well, according to McKinsey, among some of the most successful companies, more than 20% of digital budgets are invested in AI-related technologies. What does your company's AI budget look like? I'd like to differentiate between two forms of AI that we see impacting the e-commerce space. The first is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics has been silently running in the background behind most of our online interactions for the past 10 to 15 years. Determining the ads and recommendations we receive, the posts we see on Instagram, and the music that we listen to on Spotify. In the e-commerce space, we're seeing things like dynamic pricing, advanced inventory management and logistics, and hyper-personalized marketing communications. In a nutshell, predictive analytics studies historical data, identifies patterns and trends, and then makes predictions about the future that can better inform our business decisions. Generative AI, on the other hand, only reached the public eye in the past 2 years. Yet staggeringly, it's already expected to be adopted by more than 80% of enterprises in the next 2 years. By comparison, that's less than 2% of the time that it took the technologies of the Industrial Revolution to become widely adopted. Generative AI is the one that's caught everyone's attention. It's the one that we can talk to and who talks back. It's the one that I'm the most excited about and the one that I believe is going to have the biggest impact potential for your business, both right now and in the future. So to take a look at how generative AI is transforming e-commerce, I'd like to highlight three key areas. In customer service and support, chatbots and virtual assistants are seriously boosting customer experience and can reduce 2/3 of the support inquiries that our teams would normally have to deal with. And in marketing, by leveraging an AI language platform in your marketing communications workflows, hyper-personalization becomes even more personal as we can move beyond just targeting segments and actually tailor messages to the individual. Then the one that I'd like to focus a little bit more on is product placement. Many of us are aware how time-consuming it can be to write high-performing search-optimized product descriptions for your product catalog. In fact, we did the math, and we found that for a store with 20,000 products, it would take a single employee 4 years and 9 months to populate. I'd like to discuss 3 approaches that we can take to improve this process. The first is to use ChatGPT at various points of the product placement process. Starting with our buyer persona, by providing as much information about our business, brand, and product, we can get ChatGPT to generate our buyer persona for us. For your keyword research, I wouldn't recommend relying on ChatGPT alone, although with some clever prompt engineering, it can really optimize the process. With our buyer persona, keyword research, and product detail, we can then prompt ChatGPT to generate our product descriptions. Although you might run through several iterations of this process before you're happy, and proofreading for accuracy is important here. For our SEO meta descriptions and meta titles, we can follow a similar process to our product descriptions. And lastly, if you need localized language translation, ChatGPT works pretty well for this too. Although quality control is important here to make sure that the content is appropriate for your audience. Well, we save a lot of time in research and writing in this process, but there's still a fair amount of manual work involved, especially when we're iterating a lot. We can do better. Instead of using ChatGPT alone, we can leverage a lot of purpose-specific tools that are available for certain parts of the process. Delve.ai works really well for generating buyer personas, and Describely for product descriptions. By leveraging purpose-specific tools, we can get to a high-quality result quicker. But there's still a fair deal of manual work. And what's true for both of these approaches is that predicting usage costs at scale can be quite difficult. If you've built your store on an e-commerce as a service platform such as CloudCart, you might find an integrated solution. Cloud.io is our set of AI-powered tools that automates the process of generating high-quality and high-performing product descriptions directly in your product catalog without leaving the platform. Behind the scenes, various AI agents work together to write your product descriptions. Firstly, we draw up the basic context using your product title, category, and any other details of your product that you might provide. Next, RankMaster goes off and does in-depth keyword research, applying the latest SEO standards. With VisionSense enabled, even your product images are analyzed, providing the AI with a much richer context and understanding for your product and buyer persona, which we've seen working particularly well for fashion stores, where the product images include human models whose physical features can be identified and recognized by the AI. Once the process is complete, we can even get insights into the psychology and the decisions that our agents made in the process, which can give us a much better understanding of our own audiences and buyer personas. So our store with 20,000 products that would take a single employee 4 years and 9 months to populate. Well, we'd prefer to do it in a day, at a tenth of the equivalent labor costs, and allow our team to get back to work. Apart from saving time, what do the results look like? Well, one of our clients replaced the descriptions of about 1,200 of their products in a single category with Cloud.io generated descriptions. And within just 3 months, they saw a 40% increase in their organic search traffic. So where's the technology headed in the future? And what kind of transformation can we expect to see emerging? Considering that artificial neural networks work kind of similarly to human brains in the way that they process information, perhaps by looking at the history of human evolution, we can get some insights into how AI might evolve. There are two key features that have enabled humans with our explosive productivity. One, our use of tools, and two, our ability to cooperate in large groups, teamwork. Autonomous agents are the next step in the evolution of generative AI. When we use a tool like ChatGPT, we're limited to single responses for every prompt that we provide. And although ChatGPT keeps some basic context of the current conversation, it lacks the ability to do long-term planning and an execution of a series of tasks. Autonomous agents are different. They're equipped with relevant tools that help them perform their tasks, such as access to websites and apps, databases, and other knowledge bases. And two, they have a memory, which enables them to learn from their past behaviors, decisions, and environment. Autonomous agents work iteratively toward a common goal. They can feed thoughts back to themselves, giving them the capacity for reasoning and making decisions. They start by drawing up a comprehensive plan, and then with the tools and resources they have access to, they can conduct research, execute tasks, and evaluate their results until they reach the goal. An exciting example of such an autonomous agent was just released to the public about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Anyone heard of Devon AI? Devon is the world's first fully autonomous software engineer, AI software engineer, to reach production. And it can complete complex engineering tasks from start to finish without human intervention. Some early adopters have already used it to build simple games, train other AI models, and even complete real jobs on Upwork. Like with humans, even when equipped with tools and knowledge, our output is still far superior when we work in numbers. Well, autonomous agents can be collaborative too. In multi-agent systems, we assign specialized roles to a team of autonomous agents, allow them to talk to each other, and work collaboratively toward a common goal. Just like in human teams, they can delegate tasks to one another and cross-check their results. All of this drastically increases the complexity of the tasks that they can handle and the quality of the results they produce. So we can quite easily start imagining a world where entire teams could be comprised of autonomous agents alone. Just imagine that we assign the roles of a product manager, a UI designer, a software engineer, and a tester. And a fully autonomous software product team is not that far off. In fact, experts estimate that autonomous agents will already be going mainstream in the next 3 to 5 years. At CloudCart, we're extremely excited about the potential of autonomous agents. And we're already working on an innovative AI Copilot, which will help streamline and automate all sorts of complex tasks on behalf of both our merchants and their customers. And we expect to see enhancements in almost every area of our platform. To give you just one example, imagine you had an assistant that constantly monitored your marketing campaign's performance and gave you a notification or an alert that a campaign is no longer effective and explains why. Perhaps in this case, the creative content has reached the end of its lifespan, giving you the opportunity to refresh the content and get your campaign back online, long before you would have ever been able to come across this insight yourself. The potential here is immense, and we're really excited to see how these developments go and how we can make impact for our merchants and their customers. In just the next few years, many of the parts of a lot of our roles will be done better, faster, and cheaper than we can do them ourselves. But it's not this that I believe will threaten our job security. I believe that it's those who continue to give in to their fear and resistance towards adapting with AI who will stand the risks of redundancy. So let's start with ourselves and find the courage to be curious about AI. And from there, inspire those around us so that we can all harness our own power to be more human. Thank you.